Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you all will be fine. Today is Wednesday, 13th May 2020. This lecture is for grade 7. The topic we will learn today is about molecule. The subject is general science. So student, open your general science book and go to page 4. I hope you will be on page 4. In front of you, the topic is what is molecule. What is a molecule? So in the previous lecture, we have learned about the atom. Okay, what is atom, their length, and how they are used. Okay, and in this lecture, we will learn about molecules. Okay. So look to the first paragraph. It says a molecule is made up of two or more atoms of the same kind or of different kind chemically combined together. Molecules exist in both elements and compounds. Molecules in element consist of fixed number of one kind of atom only. For example, each molecule of oxygen gas is made up of two oxygen atoms chemically combined together. If you look to the first line, it says that the molecule is made up of two. It would be two or more atoms. Okay, now these two atoms that could be of the same kind mean that they could be both like oxygen atoms. Okay, and that more atoms could be different also. For example, there would be one atom would be from the carbon, then from the that carbon would be bonded with the hydrogen. Okay, in the hydrogen and with the oxygen. So a molecule simply is made up of two or more atoms. So either it would be of the same kind, okay, or either it would be of different kind. Okay, so there could be, if there could be two oxygen, there could be three oxygen, and these three oxygen are just one type. Okay, they are the same type, but we have also molecules, they are different, they are made from different atoms. Okay, they are which are chemically combined, mean that that substance will have carbon also, hydrogen also, and oxygen also, and we will also call that a molecule. So molecule. Okay, so molecule is made up of two or more atom, either would be of the same kind or would be of the different kind, and they are chemically combined together. So chemically combined together means that there is always a bond between the atoms. Okay, look to this example. Here is oxygen and here is oxygen. There are chemically bond. Okay, and that bond, they linked these atoms with one another. Okay, in the second line, it says that molecule exists in both element and compound. Okay, so now molecules are in elements also and in compounds also. So in elements and in compounds there are a difference. Okay, so first we will learn about that if molecules are in elements, so what does it would mean. Okay, and if and secondly, then we will learn that if molecules are in compound, then what does that mean, that what compound is made up of, and what elements we have also idea, but in the sense of molecule we will learn that what is a molecule, or what it mean to be molecule in elements. Okay, so first we will learn molecule in elements. So molecule in element are consist of fixed number of one kind of an atom. Okay, so in element the molecule would be in fixed number. First point to be noted here is there would be in fixed number, and there would be also of the same kind of an atom. Okay, for example, if you take the oxygen element, so there would be one oxygen, mean that it is, for example, it is a fixed number. Okay, it is a fixed number, and there is oxygen atom, so that is one type of atom, one type of atom. So we will call this an element because there is a fixed number and there is just only one type of an atom. Okay, for example, they said that oxygen, um, that each molecule of oxygen gas is made up of two oxygen atom chemically combined together. So in this case, we'll look to the diagram here. If you look to this oxygen gas, there are two oxygen atom, one is here, this is the first one, and this is the second one. So in this second one, the number are fixed. Look, there are two oxygen atom. Okay, and they are chemically combined with one another. Okay, so this is an element. So element would always have fixed number and would be have one kind of atom. Okay, that could be in this case they have taken the example of oxygen. It could be hydrogen gas also. Okay, we are H2 and there would be two hydrogen atom and that would be bonded with one another. So in this case there are the fixed, we know that there are fixed number, and that fixed number is that there are two hydrogen. Okay, and they both are the same kind of atom. Okay, so in easy word, molecule always have fixed number of atom, and that atom would be of the same kind. Okay, there will not be different kind of atom. Okay, so let's move forward and learn more about molecules in element. Okay, so it says that many of such oxygen molecule makes up oxygen gas. Okay, so in the previous um, paragraph we learned that how in element the molecules are of the fixed number and of the same kind. So here they say that such oxygen molecule makes up oxygen gas, mean that these molecules, okay, and they combine, they make what, they make an oxygen gas. Okay, what we are inhaling or which is present in our atmosphere also. Okay, so these gases are also made from molecules. Okay, now it says that each molecule of gaseous element such as hydrogen, chlorine and nitrogen are also made up of two atoms. So we have just read the example of oxygen gas. Now they have given us the a molecule example of hydrogen, chlorine and nitrogen gases also. So if you look at this diagram, here is the example of the hydrogen gas. So in hydrogen gas there are two, remember the two criteria of element, in which they mentioned that there would be fixed number. So the fixed number of atom here are two. Okay, and they are chemically combined with one another. So these in hydrogen gases there would be two hydrogen and they atom and they are of the same kind. Same is for chlorine, same is for nitrogen, because the number are fixed. Okay, and they are of the same kind of atom. Okay, now they said that in some cases three identical atoms may combine to form a molecule, as in the ozone molecule, which is made up of three oxygen atoms. So they said that in some cases there would be three identical atoms and they were combined and will form molecule, and one example of that is ozone molecule, and this is the ozone molecule. If you count the number of oxygen, they are three, 1 2 3, but remember they are what, they are of the same kind. Okay, so these are the example of elements. Okay, in elements the number would be fixed and the atom would be of the same kind. I hope you will have understand the element. Okay, now let's look to the compounds. What are compounds? So molecules in compound compounds consist of fixed number of two or more different kind of atoms chemically combined together. A carbon monoxide molecule is made up of one carbon and one oxygen atom. A water molecule consists of two hydrogen atom and one oxygen atom. A glucose molecule consists of 6 carbon atom, 12 hydrogen atom and 6 oxygen atom. So here they first we have to understand the criteria that what should be in compounds. So in compound there would be fixed number, okay, remember this, there would be fixed number, and that fixed number of atom, that would be 2 or more, okay, that could be 2 or more, and these 2 or more atoms would be different, they would not be the same as we discussed in the element, okay, these atom would be of from different type, okay, and that would be chemically combined. They had given the example of carbon monoxide, mean that would be one carbon and one oxygen, they are chemically bonded, so this is carbon monoxide. So if you look, the number are fixed, 2 atom, but the 2 atoms are different from one another because one is carbon atom and one is oxygen atom, okay. The other example is the water molecules in which there is 2 hydrogen atom and 1 oxygen atom, and the glucose molecule has 6 carbon atom, 12 hydrogen atom and 6 oxygen atom. Now they said that 2, so 2 are the example on the 2 example which I given to you was carbon monoxide, and more could be water and could be glucose. Let's look to this example with the help of diagram, okay. So if you look to the this diagram, so the criteria for compounds was that it would have fixed number, okay, and the second criteria was that 2 or more atom, but these atom would be different, not same, okay. So these are the 2 criteria, remember, and we will apply this criteria. So if you look to the first, the water molecule, here is oxygen and here are 2 hydrogen, okay. So this is a compound. Why? The number are fixed, amount of or the number of atoms are 3, so number fixed number, okay, and 2 or more atoms, so we have more than 2 atoms, and these atoms are different because oxygen and hydrogen are different atoms. Now the example of ammonia, so in ammonia there is nitrogen and there is hydrogen, okay. So we know that the number are fixed, 4 atoms, but 3 are hydrogen and 1 is nitrogen, okay. And if you look to the example of oxygen, so that is simple, 2 atom, sorry, this is the example of the element, okay. So we will not look to this example, but we will look to the example of carbon monoxide. Here there is 1 carbon and 1 oxygen, and we know that the number is fixed but the atoms are different, okay. So we will not look to this diagram, but let's look to the carbon dioxide. In carbon dioxide the number are fixed, 3 atoms, 1 is carbon and 2 is oxygen. Now we will look to the methane, so the number are also fixed and the number of atoms are 5 because 4 hydrogen and 1 central carbon atom, okay. So these are the example of compounds, okay. Carbon dioxide we have also looked at this, and hydrogen peroxide, it is also compound because the number of atoms are 4, and there is oxygen and hydrogen, both are different atom, and this one is the example of glucose molecule, okay. So in glucose molecules, there if you count all these hydrogen, one hydrogen is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, so 12 hydrogen and 6 carbon. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. And how many oxygen? 1 2 3 4 5 6, and 6 oxygen. Okay, so the number is fixed, but the atoms are different because we have three different types of atom in glucose molecule. Okay, so that's why we say that there are 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen and 6 oxygen atom, and this is the good example of compounds. I hope you will have understood up to here that what are compounds. Okay, and what are the molecules look like in element, and sorry, how the molecule look like in element and how the molecules look like in compounds. Okay, so there is here is a quick summary of what elements are the simplest substance. Okay, mean that they are just only of the same kind or one kind of atom, and that atom have made that simplest substance, and these substance could not be further broken down in chemical reaction. For example, hydrogen, you cannot break them furtherly. Okay, because it is just a simple substance. Okay, compounds, so compounds, as we discussed, a compound is a substance formed when two or more elements are chemically combined together. But remember, these two or more elements would be different from one another, as we discussed. Okay, so uh, this is the end of this lecture, but I want you to give you a homework, and that homework is that write at least 10 names of the compounds. Okay, what are compounds, and write their name, and where they are present, or they are gases, or they are liquid. Okay, or they are solid. Okay, so write these the names, at least 10. Okay, and write it in on a neat paper. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.